Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Valkyries. These are a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. And here they are. The packaging is pretty nice. I do love the castle in the back. You can notice that dog with the evil eyes in the back. That's pretty sweet. Maybe Castle Destro, Cobra Castle, who knows. But nonetheless, awesome. Like the chains there on the edges, looks very cool. Nice picture. They used the artwork and then threw in photos of the actual figures themselves. Really puts them in a nice position. We have some of the accessories here on the top right of the video. Recommended ages 4 and above. There's some cool artwork of the two female characters. Very nice artwork. Alright, so here's the back of the box. Number 68 in the line, I guess. Some product images here of the features. You do get quite a bit of accessories, so it's not too bad. These do command a pretty hefty price. They are $54.99 plus tax and shipping if you're not a Pulse member. As of this video, which is September 2nd, 2023, they are currently sold out. I pre-ordered mine when they went up for pre-order because I knew that these were probably going to sell out pretty quickly. Okay, here's the top of the box. This G.I. Joe Classified series. Those are on the box with the UPC, but that's pretty much not going to do you any good since they're an online exclusive. There's the side of the box. Pretty cool, number 68. And here we have the other side of the box. I like the artwork of the characters. Pretty cool. There's definitely something I don't care for in this set, so stay with me and I'll share my thoughts. Alright, here's our female troopers all tied up. Do like the artwork in the back though. Looks pretty cool. Here we have the weapons box. It's very just thin cardboard. 68 Valkyries, Cobra Valkyries. Much to see too much. It's a shame these are super thin. No way to maintain their integrity, so I don't keep them. Here's a look at the black and white artwork. I do like that. I wish there was no holes in it. I'd probably retain it. And here's our troopers outside the box. Looks pretty cool. Now in the packaging, they kind of make you think that this female character is actually bigger than that figure. It's not. They're the same buck. So don't be fooled. You're not getting two different versions of two different troopers. It's the same buck with just the minor color changes, obviously. They look pretty cool. For me, I'm pretty much one and done. I only have about 8 or 10 Cobra Trooper male troopers. And I didn't want to overpopulate my troopers with too many females. So I just want a little bit of diversity in my troops. As for now, I'm going to see what future brings for G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Troopers. So that being said, here they are. Pretty good. So my biggest thing is with these straight up is I don't like the tan. That's just a little bit, I don't know, not realistic. And I know that it's a fantasy and they're toys, but the overall aesthetic purposes and for my display, what I like, I don't like the tan. As many of you collectors probably know, we have a lot of fluorescent colors that killed G.I. Joe like in the 90s. We don't want that to happen with the Classified series. So basically, the overall articulation is going to be the same. So here's a close-up of the head sculpt for this particular version. Pretty nice. So you get alternate heads. You're gonna have to choose. For me, I'm only getting 2 as of right now. Of course, things can change, but I've no desire at this point to get any more, unless I can get a good deal on them. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? We might find them at a discount store one day. But that's the. So you can see, it's the same harnesses, same belt, just different color. Same gun holster. Mine are kind of all jacked up. Whenever I took them out of packaging, the belts kind of looked like they were bigger than they should have been. I thought they were stretched out or warped, and I was like, oh no, because I pre-ordered mine and then it got sold out. Right when I got my notification, I looked and see if they were, because they were pre-ordered right up to I got my notification for ship date, and it's the back side of this, girls. Pretty cool. And I just wanted to see if they had any extra, but they apparently didn't, or unless they just took them offline. I think a lot of the websites do that. I think they create a false scarcity thing. I think Valkyries doing that. There you go. So we're just going to use this trooper for now for the articulation because they're the same figure. On a ball joint, she can look up, down, all around 360, side to side. Arms, so this sculpt here kind of gets in the way. You can see that it kind of continuation there on the shoulders, and once that hits that, it doesn't dip down into there at least, or maybe it does. Okay, that arm went in. This one, it's almost like you're forcing it and you're going to cause some stress or some wear marks there. So you may be able to force it. I'm not going to. Force that down in there and then maybe get a T-pose out of it. They do have nice butterfly joints. So bicep swivel 360. We have double jointed elbows. I'm just going to fold her arms in half, which is fantastic. This hand has the up and down motion. There's her joint right there. Spins 360, obviously. This hand has the same joint. So this basically is the same arm. Chest articulation. Not too much on a range. It's there. Back and forth a little. There's some rotation there. Pretty good. And you can see how the belt keeps moving. There's rotation at the waist. There's some swivel back and forth and side to side. See, that's how that was in a package. I was like, oh no. Still have the drop down hips apparently. She can sit in our upcoming his tank. Can't wait for that. Pretty decently. And then she can do a split like that far. And wow, that's pretty nice. And then you bring her legs back down, shove them back up in there where they belong, and then keep fiddling with your belt. And then this moves a lot. Tolerances probably should have been a little tighter in my opinion, but it's what it is, I guess. 360 thighs swivel. Double jointed knees. Pretty decent. Gotta get that to bend. Mine's kind of stiff. There we go. So you can get that. There is a boot cut that goes. See how the web gear kind of just flops around. Her feet go down, up a little bit, side to side, which is basically the rotation around the ball joint on the ankle, which gives you that illusion that you have a side to side, if that's a thing. And this stuff is starting to irritate me, and I've had it out of the box for about 2 minutes. Let's see here. So we got push that back up there. Yeah, so that's the articulation. Like I said, the figures are the same. Pretty cool. Go ahead and get her cleaned up, and we'll take a look at their accessories, and I'll give you an idea that they should have done with one of these figures that have made this a lot more desirable. Okay, here with the box, we have 2 bags, probably one for each character. I do recommend you be very careful when you open these because these little pieces have to hide in the corners, so keep an eye out for those. So it looks like in this bag, we're going to be taking a look first at this lady. So in here, it's like added Mr. Blast effects. You have 2 helmets, basically the same, but we have different. We have this little V and a trooper versus an officer, assuming. They're different. The back of it. So you do have options for helmets. And of course, they probably fit on both troopers. There's that one. Let's just do this. There's that one, and we can use her. I'm pretty sure it's the same mold. And that's her right there. If you so desire that look. Get them on there straight. Or you can swap them out and get them in the right position if you choose to like that position better. They're very soft plastic, very kind of want to smash when you're trying to make sure there's too much space in the back of the helmet. So there's girls there. That's what you like. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in here. So she has a backpack. It's tan again. Not a fan of the color. 2 pegs here, so you can probably put some of her accessories on. Peg hole in the back. And you're gonna have to get that web gear in the center. Push this on. And it looks like it went on pretty decently. I don't know why this will make real working backpack straps, especially where we are with action figure collecting, and that kind of helps keeping this in place. So that's very cool. So staying with that overall aesthetic there, she has a blade, hand blade, knife, which can go in her hand relatively easy. She holds it quite well. And then you can store it right here. Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Fit better the right way, guys. Okay, so she has a lot of stuff in here. Wow. Well, that's interesting. I try to move all these. All the blast effects are actually in this bag. So here's her assault rifle. The tan, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it's just not fluorescent colors. Drill barrel. The M203 is actually drilled here. I like how that's designed on a stock. At least there's no piece there. Here's the clip that goes with it. No color. Just, no, I don't mind if it was black and had tan on it. Like a normal, like you would think of like a scar, but this is just very, very plain and bland. So, and let's see how well she can hold this. Trigger finger goes in quite nicely. Very, very nice. So what's really cool about this is this piece. This is actually a gun that you see in the cartoon. So this is very cool. I do appreciate this, even though it's tan. I like it. Drill barrel, that's fantastic. Is it backwards? No, I don't think so. Maybe we'll clip for that. That's awesome. Now we're just going to take this out for a sec, and then I think we can store this. Have to put it through the actual gun piece there. Be very careful. Don't break off the tab. I think that's going to have one of the breaking points, kind of like, you know, vintage crotches and thumbs and stuff like that. It's going to be these guns. That's where they're going to break. She holds up pretty cool. I do like that. And then, of course, I don't waste a whole lot of time on one thing here, so you can definitely do hand wield there. So there's the range if you're interested. Now, it really surprised me because I thought she only had one. She has dual wield pistols. See, now they're getting me now because I really don't like the tan, but they're giving me some cool stuff like that. And I'm getting 2 pistols. I guess that's an error, but I'll take it. That's sweet. She only has a spot, I believe, for one. And this one, I don't think one would go to her. That would be awful. Alright, so let's see if the other gun that can be stashed on the back it can. I don't like that because I'm already starting to see a little bit of stress there. Shit. Yeah, be very, very careful. It's tiny, tiny. Maybe it's the light, but I don't like it. So I'm not going to put it back on. Oh, there is a pistol case right there for her. Here, the pistols can go in her hand. Kind of nice. I think the handles are kind of a little tad too big, maybe. I felt like extra stressed. But you can get the dual pistols, which is obviously very, very cool. And then we can take them out. Put one here. They seem to stay in pretty decently. And we can take one out. And put it here. So we have something to keep this one flopping around. I see how soft that plastic is. It's just a very soft web gear. And it does not have no tension. It's staying where it belongs. And that's the pegs in the back for the top, so that helps up there at least. And so there she is. And I'm going to give this gun back to her because I'm not putting it on her backpack because that freaked me out a little bit. Because if it's sold out, I'm not going to be able to get a replacement, and I will not be happy. So there we go. I'll show you these real quick, and then at the end of the video, we'll take a look at how they look in the guns. Here's a couple of the blast effects that's in this bag with her. They're very soft, and you know, it may be like wild shots going through the air. We have this burst piece here. We have this piece with the red and the smoke, and again, very soft. There's no point to having that soft. Here's the smoking gun, and we have the spray. Again, you can just see that very soft. It's a shame. We have this burst here. We have this cone type burst with the white on it. Of course, you can stick that in there. You can create all kind of interesting styles of burst to your liking. The bigger, wide open burst. So, yeah, we'll take a look at those at the end of the video. I want to go ahead and see what the other character accessories are. Okay, so she has a helmet also. Whoops. It looks like it's the same helmet, but not the officer helmet. This is more of a trooper. So if you just want to have two troopers, so it doesn't have the V on it. It's just the same as the other one. And obviously we know what this looks like. We just tried them on her. But for fun, we'll leave it on her. She has an alternate head. And it's a gas mask with silver over the respirator, a nice metallic red visor, black. We were going to take a look at this. We're going to talk more about this at the end of the video. So I'm going to set her, and we'll put it on, don't worry. But it looks like she has, oh, here we go. At least it's black. Black version of the same backpack that our other trooper has. And again, we can put this in here. And I hope they didn't cop out on something. Yeah, no, they didn't. So that's good. Here is the knife. I was wondering if they didn't paint that. I'm not going to put it in your hand because you just seen it. It's the same buck, same weapon. It's just different colors. And that goes in there. And it's kind of held in place, like I said. Pretty cool. Let's see here. She doesn't. When you first opened this bag, I was like, wow, there's nothing in here compared to what you got out of the other one. And here's her assault rifle that the other trooper has, but in black with a clip, which is much better in my opinion. That's what I like. I like the tan on the guns, but it's got to have an undercoat of black. And of course, it's the drill barrels and stuff, and she can hold that, which we'll set here for a side. We'll take a look at some of this. Here's that gun from the cartoon. I love it in black. I think it's beautiful. Let's see here. I think it goes this way. It's hard to see through the camera sometimes. Yeah. There you go. I love the black version. The tan's not that bad. Damn it, it's growing on me. Not a fan though. I like the black better. And then she has a cool dual black pistols. Very cool. And they have draw barrels. And of course, they go in here. And of course, she can hold on because we just seen the other figure do it. And there goes that damn web gear again. All out of place. Okay, so that's my pistol. Got to kind of hold that so it doesn't flop or bend out of place, and then you got to shove it down back down over her sculpted belt that's on her. Just pretty decent, awesome. And then just for overall aesthetics, we can put, before we get into some other cool stuff, this in her hand. So like I have to choose, so basically on what I want to do, because I've seen these and I had something, I'm not sure, I haven't seen anybody mention about, be careful, very careful with that, about something I'm going to talk about here in a second. So there they are, pretty cool. You see they're the same parts basically. You're just basically buying to the same figure minus the paint and a couple of different accessories like the head sculpt and the additional helmet. There's that one. If you want to make her an officer or make her an officer, it's your figures. You can mix and match whatever you want. If you wanted just 2 troopers, now we have 2 helmets of the same version. There's your 2 troopers. Oops. Versus your officer helmet. Now, if you're like me, you have a dilemma here. You have this helmet and, I'm sorry, head sculpt versus their head sculpt. So I bought one set. I got 3 figures. I would love to have one more. She's a triple pack like the Vipers, but I have one more trooper. That'd have been great. But now I got to choose. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use this head on that body and then this head on that body. Follow me, you'll see me why. Let me go ahead and switch those out. Okay, so there that is. Obviously, I'm getting to this. But that's what that would look like for me. I just have to choose, do I want her as a trooper or an officer? You know what? No. I know, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Follow me with this. So basically, I'm going to set her aside. The reason I'm doing it this way for me at right this point, because like I said, I didn't have 2. Now, I'm going to use this head on this trooper. And follow me with this. If you guys, especially you guys that have been collecting G.I.JOEs for a long time, or at least back to the comic book packs / maybe 25th anniversary. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way is because what I think, remember earlier I said I think that it could have been enhanced a lot better and probably would have sold more. It probably would have got me on a couple, maybe 2 to 3 sets. Here's that figure. That's what I want on that figure. Because if you guys remember back at 25th anniversary, comic book 2-packs, they had this, what they called an air trooper. What this set should have included was at least 1 blue Cobra jetpack. We're getting in for the Steel Brigade or Steel Corps. Damn you, Valkyries, for stealing that trademark. They're still Steel Brigade to me. I don't care what Valkyries says. But anyhow, that's my loadout, and it gives me that representation of that air trooper that they had with the jetpack. And I think it looks better, and for me, it gives me a basic trooper. And again, I could swap these out, whatever my liking is. You know, so I have the option of just one day swapping out hits. But for now, that's what I'm going with for my loadout. What do you guys think? You guys got to choose. If you buy swap more than one, then you guys don't have to worry about that. But for you, those of you like me bought one set, for the reason being, you have to choose between your 3 different head sculpts. And that's my loadout for now. Alright, so that being said, let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think I should have been an air trooper? You think we should have got a backpack, jetpack, whatever you call it? I don't know. But let's take a look at some of these boss effects that are kind of warped. And that's soft too, that muzzle of that gun. They kind of give you pew. Guess it's lost its velocity really fast, and as soon as it exited the barrel. And we have 2 of those, so you can put one in this one if you like. And then that one's straighter than that one is, if you can see that. Alright, don't give me a hard time here. Yeah, it's definitely straighter. And then you get like a handful of stuff. This is a smaller one. This kind of goes in here, kind of like that. You can have that aesthetic. Of course, it's the same gun, so you can use whatever you want. Then we have that spray effect around. I'm using the tan one, because you can see it better versus the black. Kind of clashes with all the other colors. So that's why we're demonstrating that with that. Of course, you can mix and match them all you would like. And then even I think the smoke and barrel is really nice for the pistols, but you can get it in there also. You can get crazy here. There's so many little pieces everywhere. Got this piece, and then you would have to kind of add on what you like. So you have basically all the bases. You have this base, that base, and this is called like a cone base. So you have that. So you have these 4, and then you have to use either one of these or one of these. You can, the smoke would be stupid, but or this, whatever you want to, and then you would go into the center of these things, kind of go crazy like that. Or if you want to get nuts, you can stack them, which I don't know. It just seems like a lot of overkill. You can get, I don't know if you can get super crazy now. It's more of a female in on that one, so you know you can get that burst effect. It's pretty insane, right? And then let's give you an idea. Here's our assault rifle, and they fit also. Let's see if it's still this, and we can put it. Maybe, no, it won't fit. So that's kind of nah. That just looks weird. You don't really have anything that would be for. Yeah, you got this. That won't fit. That looks weird, and obviously that doesn't make any sense. And then you can probably do this. I can see the smoke maybe from after you fired it. Smoke out of there, and then you can do like kind of like that effect. I mean, kind of have smoke come up the side of the gun. That looks pretty cool, I guess, right? And then you know you got all this craziness going on here. And we got these corner shots, splash effects. Man, that's soft. Kind of like that. And just to me, that just looks unnatural. Can't use that piece. Get the smoke sitting down on the side of there. You know, you can, you know, it's your options what you want. Obviously. Let's take a look at the pistols. Obviously, this is the coolest part, in my opinion. After you done blast, I'll show 2 of these smooth effects for both pistols. That's pretty cool. Alright, so my final thoughts on this is pros and cons. The rub gear is very soft plastic. It's annoying. It flops around. It doesn't want to stay where it belongs. Even a gun case, the waist. With the backpacks on, it keeps the harnesses in place. That's pretty cool. That's fell down again. The blast effects are super soft. They look kind of unnatural. Even the weapons have a softness to them. You can see here. Be careful with the peg holes on the backpack. Kind of wish we had a jetpack at least for her. Pros, I mean, they're nice figures overall. That has some nice diversity to your troopers. I hope they come out, they probably will. I hope they come out with a repaint black version of the Valkyries. I have about 6 or 8 of those from the G.I.JOE Club, if you guys remember that. The 118 scale ones. I love those. I like to use them as Baroness troopers. But these girls are pretty cool. I'm sure we'll get repaints. I bet we'll get crimson ones and we'll get black ones and who knows what else. But that's a story for another day. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about these toys, about the video. What you're going to do, what's your loadout. And we'll see you in our next review.